There we go.
Did you see that? Did you see that? This is brought to you by the Jasper Getaways, folks. Wow. That's right. We're at Newton County Hollering, man, on episode 10. And again, a huge shout out and thank you to Jasper Getaways for helping us make this show possible. And as to show our appreciation and because of our obligations, we actually are going to take you on a very cool tour of one of their properties called The Barn. Last week, we kind of dove into the history of the place with one of the fellows who helped build the barn, Dale Garner. He and his father, way back in 1955, put together a well-standing structure, so well-standing that fast forward, 6 decades into the future, they say it's still standing, but it got a massive makeover that is frankly stunning. And I am still blown away with the renovations that were. I mean, it's more than renovations; it's design, it's physics, it's fascinating.
Wasn't that hard going around and looking at all those pretty properties and taping?
It was the only thing that was hard was leaving because
Yeah,
seriously, I know what I want now. It's like one of those things people
right.
say, well, if you know what you want, you can get it. Well, I know what I want now, and I saw that. And they just stunning work that Chris Burris and Burris Construction have done for the Jasper Getaway locations. Again, this is not just to like puff them up. It's just true. And you guys are going to see with the video tours we've got set up for you over the next few weeks. Absolutely stunning. And you can, of course, go to jaspergetaways.com and check out the listings pages they have for the rentals. And it's beautiful stuff. Anyway, okay, I'm enough ranting there. Toinette, what did you do this weekend?
It was a busy weekend. I had a ton of fun. I had a great week last week. You and I spent the day out wandering around Newton County. I did the same thing Friday, and got to show some more properties. And it's just, I enjoy taking you around because you are really impressed with it all, and it's
Well, it's one of those
it's
things.
all impressive. I mean, it's just incredible. It really is. Really is.
Well, one of the things is, again, now I am sitting in Harrisonville, Arkansas, just a little to the north there. You might have heard of the place. But the thing is, though, is I can honestly say to you folks who are watching right now that I'm coming at this with very fresh eyes. Now, I've been in town for 17 years and have been to Newton County plenty of times, covered a lot of things back in my television days with TKOA television, and got to know a lot of things. But it's always so awesome to me and so refreshing to me because, again, the differences between Newton County and Boone County are like night and day on so many things. But the same could be said towards Marion or Carroll or Sebastian or even Pulaski in the center of the state. But I mean, Newton County has a very special richness there that it really does. It's like when I say whoa, I'm not kidding. I mean, it's very sincere in that. And taking these walk arounds and meeting folks and seeing things, it's great because, again, it truly is one of those trying to really, I guess, really drink in every square inch of what's going on there because it is so very unique. And I know, and I'm not picking on you guys who live there, but you can get forest for the trees sometimes because it's like you see it every day and it becomes like second nature and you don't think about it. But I promise you, you live in a very beautiful spot there. That's for sure.
I gotta be honest, I didn't appreciate it until I traveled out west and was, just it overwhelmed with everything. And it is so different there, but it caused me to look at what was around me all the time. When before or after I went out there, I had never really appreciated it like I should until I
It's
traveled a little bit. Yeah, because it's just home. And there's so much more of it to see. Jim, you talk about the minute and how special it is and how informative it is, but it's the content, it's the people,
yeah,
it's the events that are going on and the things that are happening. It's the people here. I mean, we have wonderful stories in each and every one of our folks. One that we missed today, I think this is going to be the best hauler ever because it's certainly been the most work. You know what I mean?
True.
We got to tease our guest next week, which is going to be Lauren Cannon. We've tried to work it out with her today, and it just was not going to happen. The internet was not cooperating, to
There's
say
a
the least.
conspiracy. It's a
We
conspiracy. The
we have
robots do not want you to enjoy nature, ladies and gentlemen, but we are doing our part to fight the robots to get you back into nature.
They didn't want you to hear about this episode, but let me tell you, look forward to it next one because Lauren is pretty special. We're talking about Lauren Cannon, Newton County Chamber Board member, and with Arkansas Game and Fish and the Ponca Nature Center, and we're going to have her next week. So don't miss the 11th episode of the Newton County Holler.
That's right.
Speaking of which, did you mention the minute?
I can't believe I didn't, but I know 7 o'clock this Monday morning I saw it, and I understand that you put together a little sizzle reel to let people see what's happening, a little teaser.
I sure did. Let's take a look see right now. Happy St. Patrick's Day to you all. I have some very good news concerning Shelly Breath's Fried Pies. She's going to be at our very own Paisley Sister on Saturday the 22nd from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. Be sure and get out to Osage Clay Works for their special for March cracker trays, $16.80 or 40% off regular price. Be sure and get the kiddos down to the Ponca Nature Center for Spring Break Turkey 101 on March 26th from 10 a.m. to 11. It is a beginner class where they'll learn to call turkeys and make their own slate call. There's a spring vaccine clinic at Affordable Veterinary Services March 24th, 25th, and 26th from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. March 29th from 9 until 10. Be sure and check out all the services they are offered. Do not forget to sign those kiddos up for Spring Break Camp, March 24th through the 28th at Horseshoe Canyon Ranch, ages 8 through 18. All abilities are welcome. Special rates for Newton County locals, rock climbing, mountain biking, zip lining, you name it. HorseshoeCanyonRanch.com for details. North Arkansas College is sponsoring a clay shoot on Friday, April 4th at the Bear Creek Ranch in Tilly. Be sure and check that out. Don't forget to save your spot at the watercolor paint party at the art shop with Shawnee Morris, Saturday, April 5th. There are 2 class times, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. or 1 to 3 p.m. All snacks and supplies are included, $20 a person. She'll have an acrylics class later on the 19th. And you need to get this on your radar. From the city of Jasper, the 6th annual Jasper, Arkansas Information and Job Fair. This year, they're partnering with Community Matters to bring you emergency and disaster preparedness information as well. That's going to be April 25th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at Bradley Park here in Jasper. Low Gap Cafe is back to summer hours, Wednesday and Thursday, 11 to 8, Friday to Saturday, 11 to 9. Where'd we go?
I don't know. Where are we now? I don't know. But we're here. There we are. I'm telling you, see, it's about the robots. The robots are doing their part to try to stop us from inviting you to one of the most beautiful, natural places on the planet.
That's right.
It's the robots. I blame them because it is their fault. Okay, I'm going to interject here because now I was going to kind of hold this off a little bit later. But again, with the minute, and it always inspires me. And again, coming to town is always fantastic because it gives me a chance to actually kind of use the minute as a checklist to go to different places. And when I learn about things, I like to learn a little bit more firsthand. One of those things being the big $1,000 giveaway going on over at the Junction Quick Stop. Okay, so now here's the challenge for you, Toinette. Now, you will probably know this. You probably will. You're very scholarly, and you really are. So I know this, but so I go over to the Quick Stop, grab a drink before I headed back to the other way. Anyway, nice young men working in there. We chatted and everything, talked about the giveaway. When it comes to to get your name into the hat for the $1,000, you got to get one of their shirts or sweatshirts, and they're really neat. Little catch your attention for sure when it comes to their designs. But you should go by there and take a look more so than me teasing you with that. But seriously, go by the great guy, great young man, very polite, very fun. And we had a great time with that. And again, the shirts are neat. But I was standing outside When I was turning to like get in the car, and I looked on the side of the building, and I saw something. I went, "Wait a minute, what is this?" And there it is. Show me. There it is. Show it. There it is. Okay. So I saw this, and it's like right there on the side of the building, and there's this little guy drawn on this junction box, and I'm like, okay, there's got to be a story with this little guy here. It's like
No.
I've heard of like the hobo art and things like that, but I don't know if
Mhm.
that's what this is. All I can gather from it is that the ghost of Elmer Fudd got sent packing, and that's why he's got his little hobo pack. And so I'm throwing it out there to you, dear members of the Newton County Holler audience. What does this represent? Does it represent anything at all? Is it just cute? Is it just fun? Do the folks over at the Quick Stop even know it's there? But I just thought that's neat. It's just neat.
It's
It's
eye
fun.
catching, isn't it? Yeah.
It,
Yeah.
it obviously caught
It's
mine,
been there since November of 2023. I don't know. I have
I
not
see,
noticed it.
and
I
that's
would
the
do
thing.
a reverse image search on it, maybe. I don't
Nah,
know.
I want to reverse image search with humans instead of the internets and junk. That's what I'm talking about here. Because again, but there's kind of a bigger lesson in that is, and again, I've kind of mentioned the whole forest for the trees things. It's the taking the time to kind of look around, because when you're standing there in the junction quick stop parking lot, and again, and then you see, you look like where the mini storages are, and then you see all the billboards there for some of the sponsors that they're working with, including Burris Construction and Jasper Getaways. They're there. And then, of course, right across the street is Paisley Park there. Just ta-da. I mean, I love Jasper for that reason, because there's so much right there
Little
that,
buffalo right there at
yes,
the
and so,
bridge. Yeah.
all
Yeah.
of it. And then
Yeah.
inside of all of that are little things like my little ghost hobo there that, by golly, I want to know more about him.
Hey,
But also, I'm telling
everything happens at the junction. The junction's been there as long as I can remember, and I used to go there a lot when I was a kid, and so it's just a great spot there at the 7 and 74. I always say it's a good place to be.
yeah, it's really neat. And so again, there's that engagement challenge I'll throw out to you guys. Like I said, the photos of the week are awesome because they normally are very scenic and very beautiful. But there's also other little weird things that you may capture and catch. Hey, look at look at there, that elk right there. I'm sure that Lauren's going to tell us a lot about the elks too, since Arkansas Game and Fish
Well,
have a lot to do with keeping them healthy and happy. But
yeah,
seriously, there's a lot out there. Pop a picture, send it in for the photo of the week, or just send it in just because that's neat, fun stuff. And you never know when you just take a moment, take a breath, look around, and you never know what you'll see, sort of like the hobo ghost at the
Lord,
side of the junction.
Lord.
Quick stop. I just think it's so neat. I really do. And it's just one of those things.
Well,
Speaking of
I'm sure the story will be interesting. Either that or it's been vandalized. I don't know which. I
well,
don't
it's
know.
vandalism. Don't vandalize kids, but if you are going to do it, make it cute like that. That's all. Get
I've
something out of
actually gotten several. I had some elk photos submitted for the weekly photo, and one was in the ice, and we've done a lot of ice, and so I chose this because Debbie Hoskins posted it on our Buffalo River, and please go look at that set that she did over the weekend, because she had eagles and everything you could think of. It was incredible, but I chose this guy, and now I have to cover him up because I never know how they're going to play, but we're committed. So there he is.
and there he is. And again, yeah, the Our Buffalo Rivers page on Facebook. Yeah, it's like I watched that thing grow from its initial inception, however, a handful of years back now. And that is a massive outreach to promote the area. And so
Mhm.
it keeps getting bigger with folks like you. So keep making it bigger and bigger and spreading the word about the Buffalo River and coming to Newton County and truly enjoying yourself. And one way I can pretty much guarantee will make that an even more special event is to take a look at the properties that are available through Jasper Getaways and the barn. The barn, the barn, the barn. I know the barn. It sounds so barn. No,
We're
you don't
gonna
understand.
we're gonna show some of all of them. Correct.
Sure. Yeah, we're going to take you on a tour over the next few weeks. You're going to want to come back because
You know,
we got the opportunity to have a little bit of that VIP treatment. Mainly, the room wasn't, or the cabin wasn't rented out. That'd have been a whole different movie to make, but that's a whole different story, and we're not going there today. But we had the opportunity last week to get the grand tours from Chris Burris of Burris Construction and working with Jasper Getaways on some absolutely beautiful properties out there. That, again, it's like the barn, I think, is all the properties are amazing in their own very unique way. The barn, though, is because if you didn't know what was behind the door, you'd have no clue.
Yeah, that's true.
None. It's fascinating. So I say we take you on a little bitty tour that Toinette got to take last week with Chris. Absolutely.
We had to come in here and just completely gut it, and then I did a few little tricks, and then we sealed it with that real hard, or that close cell foam. It's really just sealed this place.
Nice.
That old door up there, I mean, that come off this land, and she's done a real good job. She gets a lot of compliments about it.
Yeah.
Well, as
I
well
was
she
gonna
should.
say, I bet that your feedback is just incredible.
Yeah, like that bear. You'd be surprised, people just love that bear. Them doors coming in here, we made them doors. It was all out of barn wood that was, salvaged from the barn.
Oh my gosh! Oh, I love that. Now, did you design these?
We built a lot of bunk beds.
Okay.
So, yeah, we kind of take what room we got and situation we got, and we try to do the best we can. That's all barn wood too. That all come out of
the barn.
Mm-hmm.
And it's funny because a couple things, again, with that. Now, I purposefully stayed away from what the view looks like from the back when you're on the back deck. I purposefully didn't put that in because I want to show you that later as part of another aspect of things. And also, there are also two other properties on the property, if you will. They're awesome. It's like, and again, I'm gonna kind of save that. Or if you see Chris, or you can call over to Jasper Getaways and ask him about the A-frame and the chicken coop. What? Call him.
Yeah. Oh, that's
Call
right.
him.
That's right.
It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
I did
And
not.
he was talking about the bunk beds and how Chris, I don't remember how he said it, but he's like, we just take what we got and I'm paraphrasing, make it happen. And that is, necessity is the mother of invention. So his properties, and, a lot, as with anything, are very unique and natural and just the product of their ingenuity. It's incredible. It really is. But the story was one with Dale. I've known Dale for years, and he knowing he built that and grew up probably pitching hay in the loft there was special. It's like traveling through time,
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, and that's the thing. It's like, this is why now the other properties, again, and we'll talk about them in the coming weeks. They're great. They really are, and they're very just luxurious. And that's the thing about the barn is like that. I mean, seriously, if you are looking for a getaway location and you want all the beauty of nature, the rustic charm, but you still dig modern amenities, Jasper Getaways really has the set for you. I'm not even kidding. And that's why if you'll notice and you go back, go ahead and play back again. Go ahead and go back. And you'll notice that as an editor, it's like you want to like keep everything kind of tight and concise. And a lot of it I did, except I wanted to make sure when it came to this first experience with the bunk beds that I had inserted Toinette's guffaw. because she literally scared me to death whenever she went, oh my God, it was real.
I think
And
it
there were
was the
so many of those. There were so many of those.
yeah.
But it was real and it was authentic. And that's why I wanted to kind of leave that in there.
The
Because
beds
again,
and the buffalo plaid and the bear and all that. It was just great. It really was.
it was
It was.
fantastic. So again, I'm grateful they're a sponsor
Oh
for those
yeah.
sponsor reasons.
He,
But
Chris is great about giving back to the community. It just came back
sure,
from the Jeep Jam. You know, he worked there. We had the Jeep Jam here this weekend. It was, despite the weather, it was great. And so lots of folks shopping and around the square. And I'm sure Chris was booked, and along
you
with a
know,
lot
and
of other.
it would almost be a shame for them not to be, because again, with all the properties and the new ones that are being built that we got this early look at, oh my gosh. I mean, again, it's like what I was going to say there is that I appreciate their sponsorship of the Newton County Holler, but I truly appreciate the opportunity to get to take a look at these places just in general, like window shopping, if you will. So, I mean, I don't know how well that would work out, but if you just had the opportunity to go to the website, reach out to them and see if you could just take a walk around look, because it's kind of nice to kick the tires before you go all in, and it will blow you away. I'm telling you. I think if they ever wanted to go
I
into
just want
like
to say the chamber website, go on there and check them out. It's like you're right to Jasper Getaways
oh well, that's easy.
under the lodging tab. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
Take it through.
so that was even easier. Oh my gosh, NewtonCountyChamber.com. There you go. You can
Everything
sign
you
up for the
need
Monday
is
Minute. You can
anything
sign up
you
for the
want
Monday
to
Minute.
know is on NewtonCountyChamber.com. Yeah.
Ta-da! See, that's what I like about Toinette. She makes things simple. She makes things easy. So you go to
Wow.
NewtonCountyChamber.com. You get signed up for the Monday Minute, so you stay informed. You can surf around for the lodging, the dining, and everything else that's going on. And you can also reach out and touch base with Toinette for the photo of the week, and also for birthdays. What's happening with those? Did we have any birthdays this week? I don't know if anybody was like doing anything with birthdays
Couple
this
things
week.
I wanted to. I made a mistake when I was reading off the Monday Minute thing, and I said that Affordable Veterinary Services were going to have their event from 9 to 10, I think I said, and it's 9 to 1 on Saturday.
Oh.
So sorry about that.
But
And
still,
then
get there.
we were gonna mention, you mentioned earlier that you enjoyed the travel back in time in the minute this morning.
Yes, that is so fantastic a story. I love all those old stories. 107 years ago, kids, there was once upon a time a truck, apparently a big truck, that served as a freight truck to go between Jasper and Harrison and back. Right now, think about that. You're looking at 107 years ago. This is like a very big to do, and it only took 4 hours to get from Jasper to Harrison. And of course, you
That
can get
was
the full
very lucrative business, just hauling people and groceries and things back and forth. And they were talking about fixing the road so that the truck could get over it, because I guarantee you there weren't very many people with trucks. Most of the time you're passing wagons and horses and those kinds of things at that time. And then what I wanted to tell you was that on my own personal page, a memory popped up from 1921 October, and they were having a huge celebration. Harrison was talking about coming over, bringing the band, and competing. Now that they had a really good road, which is 7 now, they were going to be competing with Russellville. Russellville was also coming, but they were competing for Newton County's business and wares and those types of things to trade with them, and they were both, since 7, or what is now 7, was completed, Russellville and Harrison were coming here to Jasper to celebrate a mere 4 years after what you saw this morning.
And it only took them 4 years to get from Russellville to Jasper to Harrison.
It took 3 times as long as it did to Harrison.
It's just amazing to think about, and again, those true pioneers who knocked down those trees and smoothed out that dirt to where that we would have a Highway 7 today. It's amazing. I'm fascinated by that. I mean, I truly am, because you've got to have serious gumption to take on those projects back then. It's crazy.
That's right. Now we'll do those birthdays.
Let's talk about those birthdays, Toinette.
That's right. There's quite a few. Let's see. On the 20th, Carla Watkins down at the Arkansas House, Debbie Roberts, Anthony Atkinson, and Julia Boffman Collins as well. On the 21st, we have Jane Thorns is going to have a birthday. On the 22nd, Audra Crawford. On the 23rd, Beth Altenhofen. Miss Horton. Everybody at Jasper High for years and years and years knows who I'm talking about. That's Marsha Horton. Happy birthday to her. And Joanna Keys on the 23rd as well. And that will tide us over till next week, I think.
Well, there it is. By golly, by golly. You know what? That was fun. And again, it's like apologies to Lauren with Arkansas Game Fish Beach, but we're going to be working with her very, very soon because we had the internet's not wanting to cooperate at all. It's the robots, kids.
That's right.
Watch. So anyway, go get you a plot over the community garden and fight back. That's how we're going to do this. We're going to be back very soon with the episode number 11 of the Newton County Holler with all kinds of fun things to holler about. Toinette, I want to do something a little bit different this week. Uh-oh. What? What is he talking about? No, not the hobo ghost found at the junction quick stop. No, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm about to say we roll this tour out once again. We'll say goodbye right now. Let everybody take one more look at the barn with the little bitty tour we got from Chris.
Oh, yes.
Absolutely.
You know, we had to come in here and just completely gut it. And then I had, we did a few little tricks and then we sealed it with that real hard, or that closed cell foam. Which really just sealed this place. And just,
Nice.
that old door up there, I mean, that come off this land. And she's done a real good job. She gets a lot of compliments about it.
Yeah.
Well, as
I
well
was
she
going to
should.
say, I bet that your feedback is just incredible.
Yeah, like that bear. You'd be surprised people just love that bear. Them doors coming in here, we made them doors. It was all out of barn wood that was, salvaged from the barn.
Oh my gosh. Oh, I love that. Now, did you design these?
We built a lot of bunk beds.
Okay.
So, yeah, we kind of take what room we got and situation we got, and we try to do the best we can. That's all barn wood, too. They all come out of...
All come out of the barn.
Mm-hmm.